Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, it's game time. Hello, amazing PUSD teachers. It's VT time with
Veronica
and Tasha, and we're here to walk you through how to use Illuminate. Now, using the resource guide that we created and provided, if you look at our table of contents page, what we did is we hyperlinked all the main topics to use and help you out when it comes to Illuminate, like how to use live proctoring, how to grade. But we need to start off with how to log in first. So if you click on that hyperlink, it will take you to the login slide.
If this is your first time logging in, your username is going to be your first initial and last name, all lowercase with no spaces, and your password's going to be welcome. If for some reason that doesn't work, please email me at vwickersham@portervilleschools.org.
Excellent, my friend. All right, teachers, those of you who are at home or at school, there is two ways on how to access the Illuminate link. If you are on your desktop or laptop, okay, if you go at the bottom by your calendar, your blue P or K links, when you submit a help desk ticket for the text, it will open up a series of links. Illuminate is there. Now, on your desktop, laptop, or Chromebook, if you open up Aries when you do grades and take attendance, there is also a link if you scroll down in Illuminate as well.
Once you log in, you're going to see the Illuminate dashboard. This is your tiles page. All of these squares are used for different things, and the very first one is how you're going to access your district checkpoints. It should have your grade levels and be a nice, pretty purple color. Once you click on that, you're going to use the bottom tabs to navigate between subjects and or grade levels. The very first column is going to have your assessment. Remember, Test A is mandatory, Test B is optional and used for reteach. The second column will show you the date range, and this is always subject to change, so make sure you're checking that frequently. The next column is going to be the assessment link.
Now, once you find your grade, your subject, your corresponding test, once you click on the link, it'll take you straight into the assessment section in Illuminate of your assessment. What you want to do is in the upper right-hand corner is your test. It's the rocket ship, how you get your quick code for students. So find that rocket ship. You're going to click on it, and it's going to create your access code that you're going to give students. But before you give them that access code, what I recommend is that you go into edit. We're doing distance learning, and so I wouldn't recommend leaving that window open for 2 weeks. I would give them a day. You can easily create another access code for students that are absent. So say, for example, I want to give an assessment tomorrow to my 4th period students. Okay, I would change the date to only have it open for that specific date. Now, sometimes, I don't know about you, but I forget the bell schedule. The kids know really well, though. All right, so my 4th period is 10:30 to 12:15. I would put that down, so that's the time that they have access. Me personally, I wouldn't give them longer. Okay. Then after you set your date and time, I would go under the first settings, and I would, just me personally, this is a good recommendation. This is pauses. There's no foolproof way to show to have students not to cheat. They can have their phone. So, but I would recommend you give them 1 to 2 pauses to go to the bathroom, because there's always an emergency. But the standard one is 3. I would change that. Okay, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down. Always make sure you hit save. Okay, always make sure that you hit save. Now, once you've changed your date and time, I'm going to click here. This is your access code. This is what the students need to get into the assessment. So I want to copy this link, or you can copy this one as well. So I'm going to hit Control C, and I'm going to go inside my Google Classroom. Okay, I'm going to go under classwork. I'm going to click create, and I'm going to click create an assignment. And this is our district checkpoint. They used to be called benchmarks. And then I'm going to add, and I want to add the link, Control V, and I'm going to add it. And then make sure you change the dates here, and then you're going to assign the assessment. What you're going to notice is once students go into Google Classroom, I'm going to open up the tab. The access code is already there with that hyperlink. All they enter is their permanent ID. It used to be their lunch number, but they're, not here on campus. It's so sad. But yeah, so you don't need to give them an access code with that hyperlink. It's already created. They just enter their permanent ID.
And please, please, please make sure they verify their name once they enter their perm ID so that we can make sure the right student is taking the right test.
Great tip. Great tip, my friend.
Live proctoring. So live proctoring is an awesome feature in Illuminate. This is going to show you how your students are doing throughout the test, what number they're on, the progress throughout. So this is a great link to click on after you've set an assignment and pushed out this to your students.
No, that's good. Yeah. So once you're in the dashboard, you're going to see like a little notification that you have an assessment running. If you click on that, it's going to take you to that actual assessment.
This is your students' progress. This is going to show you how many students are in that assessment. We have their names blurred out here, but you will see your class list with which ones they're getting correct and which ones they're missing. And you can pause this too. So that's a nice feature about this live proctoring.
Yeah, so just make sure once you click on live proctoring from the dashboard, it's go into that specific assessment and click on live proctoring. A lot of teachers like this because if they notice kids are moving at the same pace, something's going on, and if their answers match up, like I said, there's no 100% foolproof method when it comes to cheating, but it's just a way to kind of alert you a little bit. Also, if this is not a checkpoint, maybe this is one of your assessments, you can see that a lot of kids are missing one specific question. You can pause and reteach right there live, and help your students out. I like that feature. Okay, now with the checkpoints, some of these you have to grade. They're constructive responses. Now, when do you know? If you look on your dashboard under the constructed responses tile, there'll be actually it's a number, and it indicates how many assessments need to be graded. If it's not multiple choice, true or false, you have a like a short response. Now, once you click on it, again, just like live proctoring, you got to find the specific assessment. Then it will take you to that specific question. You're going to have your student list, which we blurred out. You're able to read their response, grade their response, but always make sure hit save.
Next, we're going to look at reports. Illuminate has a lot of great pre-built reports. Once you're in an assessment and click on reports, you're going to see some pictures and you're going to see a whole list of other options. Always check what Illuminate has before trying to create your own reports, because I can almost guarantee you'll find it there. So don't reinvent the wheel for nothing. Some of our favorite reports are the student responses. That shows you how your students are doing throughout the test. The teacher overview is another great one because you can see if all your students completely missed number 4, cover that again during reteach. And we also love the response frequency report. These are just some of our favorites, but again, there's a ton of great reports in there, so check it out. You're not going to break anything.
And if you need help, we're always here. Yeah, I really like the response frequency because it went over the top 10 most missed questions. And sometimes I didn't have a chance to reteach the entire assessment. So we looked at the top 10 most missed.
Another great filtering option is You can break it down by your periods, by your pathway, your EL students. So there's lots of great filter options if you need those here. You'll just click on classes and find what you're looking for. And you can also save these reports in Excel. So that's a great way to look at data if you're going to compare this test score with another one.
All right, what we want to add to, I'm going to scroll up. Hopefully I'm not going to make anyone sick. I'm going to go really slow. All right, in our table of contents, Veronica created a kind of a help guide. This is our Google slide, but there it's a Google Doc. So how do you get an assessment? And this could be a checkpoint or, a department assessment, CFA. How do you push those scores into Aries? It's real simple. It's just a couple steps. But if you go to the table of contents, which is slide 2, click here, pushing to Aries, it's going to open up. It's like I said, it's a Google Doc. Okay. And then if you go to page 4, it's going to show you, let me scroll. I don't want to go too fast. It's going to show you how to push that assessment into your Aries gradebook. Okay. So that's another great resource. All right. So let me go back down. I think we're on slide 20, my friend, right?
21.
Okay. Now, if you're having trouble with Illuminate, and technology, it never wants to work.
Don't throw your desk. Please don't throw the desk.
Or your desktop or your laptop, your Chromebook, sometimes we kids bring back these smashed Chromebooks and we're like, what the heck happened? Yes, technology is confusing, but we're here to help. And then there's resources available. Okay. If you're doing a checkpoint and you're like, hey, that question, the answer is wrong. Don't panic. Go back into your assessment calendar. Once you're in your assessment calendar, okay, at the very top is a link to a Google form that will, right up here is a link to a Google form. So you can say like, there's too many constructive responses. We need to change the rubric or the answer to the question. Okay. It happens. Okay.
Give us your feedback. It always helps.
Yeah.
And that's the best place to do it. Don't email me. Don't email Mr. Woodley. That is the one place where we're all going to get the same message.
Great. All right, now for your students, and it's a little bit hard because, like I said, we're doing distance learning and they're not there with us. We provided some step-by-step guides. My favorite really is having the students update their Chrome operating system, their Chrome OS. And so you can see the steps here. Veronica's favorite way on how to help with technology issues, she loves telling teachers and students to clear their cache, not their money, not that cash. If you have extra cash, you could give it to us, You can tell our jokes, we don't make a lot of money. All right, so this top video, you can show your students, and it's for you, on how to clear your cache, your browsing history, okay? Now, this video right here, we created, if students are still having trouble sometimes because they're at home, they have a non-educational app, extension, or proxy. This is how to remove those, okay? And then last is, here is the numbers for students and parents to call for technology support.
Where do you go if you need help? The very first place you should check in Illuminate is that little question mark at the bottom. That is the Help Center. Once you click on that, click on Help Center and type your question. You can say,
right, like live proctoring. That's like my favorite, live proc. Don't laugh, I don't know how to spell proc. How funny.
Just put live.
Live, I know, I'm blonde, it's okay. There we go, live proctoring tools.
So you'll click on that, and then if you click on this little button, it's going to pop it up in a big screen. And that's Illuminate's guide to help you on live proctoring or whatever area you're needing help in.
That's probably the best place to check because it is their site. They do the updates, so it is the most current information because even our video might be subject to change based on their updates.
Yes. There's also me at the district office. The best way to get a hold of me is through email. vwickersham@portervilleschools.org. You can call me too, but I'm not always at my desk, so I highly recommend email. And there's an Illuminate tech support line, 949-242-0343. And I'll admit, sometimes they have a long wait time, so you should try these other resources before you call that number.
All right. Hopefully you enjoyed some VT time. This is
Veronica
and Tasha, and my friends, have a great day.